So yeah, Pacers Knicks. This is a little breakdown, obviously before the series starts. So I'm just give a gist. The Pacers they went 1-3 against the Knicks in the regular season. Something I noticed in those games is that the Knicks weren't able to hold Indiana under 100 points besides in one game, where I think it was like 98 to 123 or something like that. But I'm pretty sure so far throughout the playoffs, the Pacers they've been able to score over 100 points pretty consistently. Looking on New York's end, they're a very defensive-minded team, so they don't really like scoring the ball like that. They'd rather just hold their opponents to under 100. And in that fourth quarter, obviously, you have the best clutch player in the league, and you close out games like that. So, possible issue that could stem from that is that obviously the Knicks aren't able to hold the Pacers under 100. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't because the Pacers are such a good offensive team that, they're able to just put up over 100 points consistently. So, there might be a few games in the series where, you know, the Pacers just score a lot of points and the Knicks lose. And, they're not able to get under that 100 point quota. Also, another thing, this is my main point. The Pacers, they just seem to get like a lot of injury karma. The star players on the respective other teams just always seem to get injured. I mean, we seen this last year where Giannis went down with the Bucks. They lost in the first round. They faced the Knicks in the second round. Jalen Brunson went down with the ankle, I believe. The Pacers beat the Knicks. And, it's just like they always get good injury karma. I think even in the Eastern Conference Finals, even though Boston beat them, Kristaps Porzingis wasn't available to play for that series. And then we look at this year. Obviously, Damian Lillard with the Bucks had the DCT, and then he ruptured his Achilles when he came back into the series against the Cavs. The whole starting lineup was injured, and I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not praying for injuries, but I would not be surprised if we see Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, or one of these impactful defenders such as Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. Even a guy like Mitchell Robinson off the bench that provides great offensive rebounding. I would not be surprised if we see one of these guys get injured because that's kind of the thing with the Pacers. They always seem to just be healthy at the right time, and they always catch a team's star player or one of their main core pieces just getting injured. And if that does happen on the Knicks end, it's going to be very hard for them, especially if it's a guy like Brunson or Cat. Not being able to get that production is going to be very impactful in the series against the Indiana Pacers. But besides a quick gist, who do I got winning the series? It's a tough one because I do believe that the Pacers, to some extent, have like an injury bug that just gets their star player on the opposite team injured. So I think Indiana has a valid chance to win this series. I don't know in how many games, but there's a very valid chance that they could win the series. Also, on the other end, the Knicks have a good chance of winning the series if they're able to stay healthy and avoid that injury bug that, for some reason, every other team just gets injured against the Pacers. But yeah, game one's tomorrow, so we'll see what's up with that series. I know today it's Timberwolves Thunder. I'm gonna make a video about that probably sometime this week. And yeah,